Days. Welcome, everybody. I'm Dean Regan, and with Rich Smith today, my gosh, we're talking about New Thought, Ancient Wisdom, and the topic of the day is finding peace, relief as the ultimate key of well-being, relief. Today is all about relief. So what if we, hi, Rich, by the way. Hello,
Hi.
Richard.
Hey, I'm here.
He's here. We're all here.
I feel relieved that you're here today because I thought I was going to have to do this alone.
No. I showed, life is happening, folks. What if the key to a lasting well-being, a lasting sense of well-being lies in finding relief from the stress and the burdens, stress and burdens it feels like we're carrying them, a load, or can you imagine, everybody take a breath, and can you imagine unlocking your true potential by simply allowing yourself to let go and experience the profound peace that comes with release, that comes from relief? This is kind of, we're moving forward from last week. We're talking about releasing and letting go. This sense of relief. Once you do, figuring out, allowing. So allowing from the base of your foundation, your spiritual practice, and also engaging your own self. It's essential. Yeah. So join us today. That's what we're talking about. And we're going to explore the shifting of your focus towards relief, and even a little bit of relief can be really helpful, and it allows you to experience a positive energy and to bring about transformative changes. So we're also going to talk about how to discover relief and that crucial aspect of your spiritual health. And we're going to talk about learning practical mindfulness. We always talk about mindfulness and how to use meditation for relief, and to understand the importance of releasing past traumas, releasing them.
Yeah.
And the limiting beliefs that go with them. So that's what we're doing. And in the inner circle. And so we're all on social media right now. And at the end of this social media feed, this live stream, if you will, we all that are here in the Zoom room will have a private conversation in the inner circle. And if you want to be part of that inner circle, you can go to newthoughttuesdays.com and sign up for these gentle emails that we give you that include the link to the inner circle, so we can have really in-depth and private, not recorded, not social media-ized explorations.
Yeah.
So that's what we're up to.
Great. I look forward to it. So relief.
Are you, so when you hear the word relief, Rich, what is it that you think of?
Yeah. I've been finding a lot of relief lately in letting go of my business job that I've been doing for years that had died during COVID, just about, and trying to revive it.
Right.
And I just let go of all of that. And I'm open to my next adventure, whatever that is. And so since I've done that, doors have been opening. And I find a lot of relief in knowing that I don't have to do something I don't want to do, that I'm not comfortable doing, to do something I enjoy doing.
Mm-hmm.
So to me, that's relief, is just letting go, letting God, going within, asking for guidance, intuition, and then taking a step in that direction whenever a door opens. It's just miraculous what can happen. It's not my mortal mind, my carnal mind telling me, got to do this, got to do that, all these pressures. It's just like, I'm just free now. I feel open And a lot of that came too when I visited my daughter and I did the sound bath,
Mhm.
which
Oh,
I'll post on my Infinite Filmmaker group if you're a member of that, a video that I created on it. Pretty cool.
oh, I haven't seen that yet. Oh,
I'll
gosh.
send it to you.
Yes, absolutely. I want to see that. And please have a link if you can find it so that you can include that in the inner
Yeah.
circle there. So you're
How about
talking,
you, Dean?
well, but I just want to identify that that moment of relief. Um, there, all I can think of is the Alka-Seltzer commercial from years ago. Plop, plop, fizz, fizz. Oh, what a relief it is. Plop, plop, fizz. Anyway, plop,
You dated yourself.
that moment of relief you were talking about, you had a sense of frustration, a long held divine desire to experience and express a certain quality with an activity that you were taking on, and you were not experiencing and expressing that divine quality. And it brought a feeling of not what you wanted, a feeling tone of frustration, perhaps.
Yeah, a feeling, Tone, that I was not in alignment with what I was created to do on this planet. I feel that, we're all created with a big purpose. I mean, we're blessed just to be able to be born into this world, to have this incarnation. And so I just feel that I'm going to let that person in.
Yeah, I got it.
Okay, thanks. Um, so I just, what was I?
Well, we were having, I'm bringing you in the place of you were having frustration
Yeah,
with something that you had a divine desire about. There was conflict. You were
yeah.
not centered about that.
And I just feel like I wasn't living my true purpose.
Okay, so then you acknowledge that when you let go, when you released, as we were talking about last week, when you had that release, there has been this experience of unfoldment that is quite exciting. What is the feeling that you were when you let go
Oh, it was
sufficiently?
during a sound bath when I visited my
Right.
daughter in Mexico. And a sound bath is they have the lights that change color and you're in a meditative state. And this gentleman plays these instruments. And I actually, in a vision, died, ascended, and then all of a sudden found relief in my father's death, relief in what I was doing as far as letting go of my company. I just felt free.
Okay, so
It was a
there
freeing
was
experience.
this frustrating period and then this released period where you felt free. And what we're talking about today is that moment where there's an experience of, I'll call that
Yeah.
there's that there's been for those you know the term pushing against. There's been an ability to pull back, not push against, and allow that float, that ease, that flow, and that then the expression of that. And that's what we're talking about. That moment that of guiding yourself to that, acknowledging that as a demonstration, and then identifying what happens after that sense of relief as a part of your spiritual practice.
Mm.
It's moment of relief. So what we're talking, and we'll talk more about this in the inner circle, is what we do in order to set up that relief, how we can then acknowledge that relief and use that energy, feeling tone energy, as we move forward, and to recognize when we're pushing against, and that so there's an action to be taken, there's an awareness to be embraced that will allow yourself to stop the pushing and allow the relief, and then allow that energy flow. It just
Yeah.
feels to me like there's this energy flow.
And in my case, when you let go, let God, you're opening up to something even greater than you could ever imagine in your life. You're allowing the divine to express itself in and as and through you in perfection. And so that struggle and that, you know, uh, anxiety that you have from doing something that you don't feel is right for you, and then you let go, all of a sudden you're in nirvana. You've connected with the infinite.
Mm.
and you allow it to express itself through you in perfection. And then like a miracle, doors open up for you and things have been opened out for me. And we can talk about that at the inner circle. But how about you, Dean? Relief.
Well, relief. Okay, I'm going to be a little bit cryptic about this in social media and what's going out to the entire world because it's a personal story. I'll talk more specifically about it in the inner circle, but I have been feeling a tremendous sense of pushing against a particular activity that's taking place in my family.
Mm.
Fear, doubt, worry. And I mean, I know this stuff, and I'm still like, whoa, I'm experiencing fear, doubt, and worry. And this whole period of time, if you guys have been in a New Thought Tuesdays, this is something that we've been dealing with it. Well, there was a sense of several expressions of relief in the last week, coming one after the other, the sense of relief and opening up for not just me, but for my family.
Yeah.
Wasn't always pretty. And there's a triple whammy that took place yesterday that I talk about fear, doubt, and worry. I was in the midst of having basically a spiritual breakdown. And it's like, very moving to be able to be in the midst of something that is remarkably challenging and frustrating, to recognize the appearance of fear, doubt, and worry, and to let that appearance go, and to embrace that sense of relief that was life and death. I mean, just life and death, that sense of eternal life expressing itself, peace,
Mm.
and that sorry, that comes from that sense of spiritual practice, lots of forgiveness.
Yeah.
That's what was going down all this week. And it's been helpful to dive into this sense of mindfulness that we talk about in New Thought Tuesdays. I have not meditated, not for an instant. I've had a few beseeching prayers. I've had a few 5-step spiritual mind treatments, but constantly using the sense of prayerfulness, of
Mm.
spiritual practice to go, oh, I'm pushing against. Okay, stop. Forgive, trust. Oh gosh, I feel a sense of relief here, and
Mm.
move forward with that is calling me, like you were talking about with your business. What is it that's calling to me that I'm open to? Like as Abraham Hicks would talk about, allowing my cork to float.
Yeah.
So I love that image because it is such an image of relief and flow. But so that's where I've been at all week, and there have been a lot of conditions, appearances, and I've got I how I always like to say, how is this happening for me?
Yeah.
Well, I was asking it a
Love
lot.
that.
I've got a next step to that whole how is this happening for me thing, but we'll talk about that in the inner circle. Okay. Anything else you want to talk about before we move into the inner circle?
No, I think this is great. Just that the inner circle, it's private. We shut off all the recordings and we just get in there and we dig in and we talk about spiritual principles based on New Thought, ancient wisdom teachings. So if you're here, just stick around and we're going to stop all our cameras and go into the inner circle.
Absolutely. Okay.
Okay, take care. See you next week.